His mind was a brownstone boulder, crushing his shoulders like sleeping alone crushed my father. He was a cold junk soldier who called his voice God's and carried a plastic bag purse. Though his head was unhooked from his eyes, the fires he felt kept him warm. Was he insane or just a shaman flung forward in time by accident into my mother's womb? He wore orange hairnets and shaved his head, leaving an uncut clump of hair in his blind spot. His hands held his head underwater until we drank it for him, and I can still hear the 1,000 holy dollar store trinkets clattering around his neck. I drank orange juice with him while he smoked my grandmother's cigarettes on our porch, and every night I listened to him whispering over radio wires under his blanket. He could hear the night sky speaking, and all we could see were airplanes and satellites. Okay. So this next one is about just someone I saw in the ward at IOL when I was visiting my brother one time. As I sit in the tepid halls of the psych ward, I can feel the troubled breathing of men who left their homes to pull at their hair and sit down screaming in front of anywhere. One glides past me again. He walks to the window and turns, afraid of what he's kept from. He steps with his torso cocked back like he is proud of his belly button, and a smug grin peels through his beard. Though his eyes are desperate, and as he wheels around and silently moves through tubs labeled soiled linens, I can see he has wet himself. He always looks me in the eyes. Outside, he was the guilty peripheral vision of passersby who did nothing. In here, he is the lonely project of pink-shirted night shift nurses who long to put their children to bed themselves and wake him up clean-shaven. This is the last one in the little set. It's about another person I met on successive trips to visit my brother at IOL, and his name was Sonny, and that's the name of this poem. I met Sonny in the psych ward and did not think of bright days in parks or light pouring through trees. His leather jacket, leather hat, leather skin are folded gently downward. He needs new kidneys and teeth. I came back in April, June, 99, and then 03. Sonny smiled every time and tried to talk but couldn't. His words fell softly from his mouth, dismantled, and his eyes are glossy like his sunglasses, and gravity has grown him into a pear. His olive face would look much better in an armchair than a hospital bed. So now I have two just sort of odds and ends. One's about graffiti because I don't know, I'm a big fan of street art, and so this is from the perspective of enjoying it, and just bear with me if you're not a fan of street art, because it's pretty short. I will leave my painted gravestone burning on tunnel walls for tramps and seagulls to run their eyes over in the morning light before the hot banana sun comes and washes it out. And I will use my fingers to carve a name into city forest trees so that when roots cover me like gray paint and police tape, the bark will remember. And before the wind from office building alleys blows away our gallery of stickers and posters, we will have struck a note, at least inside ourselves. I will trace my shadow onto shop windows to block out the mannequins. This is another pretty short one. It addresses just sort of not present you, and the you is just sort of a general spiritual connection and feeling in touch and stuff. So you'll see, you'll understand. I have searched for you down alleys and up trees. I have gone looking in grocery stores, the produce section. I have gazed into glowing screens to see you, and gone to the bottoms of bottles and bags to taste you, and sat through long winds to hear you. My room becomes an asteroid rolling through deep vaults of space, solitary, unable to reach anything, no idols or mantras, even thought slips from my fingers. I feel you, lightning rod through my mind, when I sit not searching in a dull patch of grass or dirt, and the sun fills my eyes to stop my grasping. The next two are about, I went on last year, or was it 2 years ago? I went on a service learning project with my school to Cambodia to work with some young artists there that were training in traditional Cambodian music. So these two poems are sort of about different aspects of those experiences. The first one's just called Angkor Wat, Cambodia. It's about being in one of the temples and sort of the strange guilt about, there are a lot of beggars and especially kids outside the fronts of temples. You're this rich tourist with your day pack or whatever going in to sort of look over Cambodian culture while Cambodians are outside trying to just even get a little peace. So, Angkor Wat, Cambodia. I step through the ruins at dawn. They wander out waist high from sheet metal rubber tire living rooms. It is hot and they dress lightly in the thin and washed out clothes of American children. They shout their books, gifts, postcards, flutes. One clutches at a paint thinner can, wrapped in a rust-stained yellow rag, and holds it to his nose. He speaks slowly. My foot casts a shadow across their faces as I step over them. I have temples to see. This one's just about sort of an imagined night spent in a crummy roadside inn thinking about Cambodia after I got back. And I actually wrote most of it this morning. Preparation. The curtains, pulled shut over a neon sign humming meditative on my window, smell like the basement union hall where my father drank bad coffee with the machinists, all smoking. Their red folds bring me other places too. The scent of fruit juice and faint gasoline floats from some lace by the wall, and thoughts of distant cities and jungles run through my nostrils. And then I remember the airport carpet, my fire escape from quiet unpainted walls and these dead car-choked streets. A light bulb hangs from the ceiling. Its naked electric corona washes out stains and small details on the wallpaper. I close my eyes and its hollow glow changes and grows, becoming the sun that poured in through my pores on broken temple steps and slid off the backs of stoic beggars and monks. The same light that turned floodwaters into rice paddies. I carried it home with me, smuggled past customs, in channels of gray matter and synapses, burning the backs of my eyes. Suddenly, steady thunder stirs me, and I remember the sun does not swing when a train passes howling. I can hear zippers and shrink wrap ripping and shouting announcers through both walls, so I go back to sleep in the bathtub, wrapped in my bed sheets. Later, towards morning, as dark night fades to glowing, I am woken by bare feet scuffing sand on old tile, and a low drum chanting like a voice. Echoes may be from dreams, but I hear them drifting from the floor and drain, perhaps reverberating through the empty pipes that run under lawns and strip malls to bigger pipes and then the ocean, somehow out beneath the waves to another shore.